Yo, what is up, guys? It's Spencer today, and today we're having a discussion, a very, very late discussion, because I should have had this when it was going down, but, I got busy, and I wanted to make other content. But today I will be talking about the microtransactions in, fighting games, mainly stuff that had to do with NetherRealms and Mortal Kombat, and them charging $12 for a fatality. And then there's other companies that have done it, like Street Fighter and other companies like Capcom, Namco, and all that. So first, let's talk about the elephant in the room, and the thing that's kind of passed during Halloween, which was about 3 or 4 days ago. I don't remember. Mortal Kombat did something cool where they had Halloween themed fatality, and it was $12.
Sub-Zero wins.
I'm not gonna lie to you. So let's say the obvious thing: if you don't want it, you don't gotta buy it. It's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna make your game less bad. Not just that, it's not even that great of a fatality. It's just, you put a pumpkin on someone's head and bugs eat them, and then they die, and you kick the pumpkin off their head. It's nothing too bad. I liked it, but I'm not spending $12 on it. It's kind of it's just an okay fatality, but it's just weird that it was $12. Honestly, I felt like it could have been $5 in my opinion, but that's just me. But in general, I don't think microtransactions should be, in my honest opinion. And I know everyone's gonna say the same thing: if you don't like it, don't buy it. And I fully agree with that sentiment. It's not killing you. No one's holding a gun to your head and say, buy this DLC right now, or you're going to lose your game, or you're not gonna be able to play it. But I feel like with DLC, there's a difference between DLC and microtransaction. DLC, I feel like, it's become such a standard practice lately that I'm okay with it as much, as long as you're offering something of value. Like, characters are something of value, because maybe they wanted to add these characters into it, but there were still negotiation going on with them, or maybe they were still working on the character and didn't have time to finish developing them. And I'm not giving an excuse to these companies, because these companies are getting hella greedy with how they're handling DLC practices. But I'm just like, alright, that makes sense. But microtransactions, and we're noticing this, things are getting very expensive in the in-game store for Mortal Kombat and for Street Fighter 6. And yeah, they're expensive. But again, none of them are telling you, hey, this is going to cost you real life money, or you're not going to be able to play the game. No, you just won't have that skin. And sometimes when it's going to a good cause, like I believe there was a skin for, it was either Reptile or Scorpion, and it was the Inferno skin. And what it did was that money went to how you could, it increased the value in a tournament pool. So basically, whoever won got the majority of the money. That helped, increase the prize pool. The prize pool usually helps, garner interest therein and therefore. So, basically, it garners interest in the game. That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. But I understand these practices. But the DLC shouldn't be the microtransactions shouldn't be super expensive, in my opinion. Because, okay, one game that did it really bad was Street Fighter 5 and 6. Starting with Street Fighter 6, they're kind of, the practice again does not need to be bought. It was a collab, but a lot of people wanted to participate in the collab. Like, I definitely did, which was that it was $15 for the Ninja Turtle costumes. But it was $15 for all 4 Ninja Turtles, meaning Raph, Leo, Donatello, and Michelangelo were all $15 to buy. So if you do the math, you're spending damn near $60 for all 4 costumes. You're spending how much the game costs to purchase just to get these costumes. And I understand, you gotta make your money. But I feel like for people who bought things like the DLC already, or like a season pass, okay, we're already funding you with that. And it's not them really bleeding us dry, because again, I always say, you can buy things without buying the season pass or more. How do I know this? When Mortal Kombat 11 came out, I bought my DLC separately before I wanted to, spend money on a whole season pass. And I liked all of Mortal Kombat 11 DLC. All their characters are pretty dope. Even the characters I didn't use, like who did I not use? I didn't use Terminator that much. So I knew, like, I just wanted him there because A, I like the Terminator movies, and B, I just wanted to have the character in there. But I feel like DLC is already done enough to fund it. And again, when it comes to these microtransactions and stuff, they're not forcing you to buy them. And I like that. I'll give them that much credit. But even if we wanted to, $12 is a bit steep for just one fatality that could have been free. Because a lot of people play this game online, meaning that, you know, what's going to happen is going to happen. A lot of people are going to purchase it. And, you know, the DLC, like, not DLC, but the seasonal fatality thing, because I feel like they are going to do one for Christmas. They might do one for Thanksgiving, you know, but people skip over Thanksgiving a lot. They might do one for the 4th of July and stuff, and they're all going to cost around $15. $5 is a perfect price for microtransaction, in my personal opinion, because it's not asking too much. It's asking like, yeah, I still gotta spend money on this, but at the same time, it's like $5. But if I don't want it, I'm not really missing out. But if I want it, I can get it, and I won't feel too bad about getting it. And that's how I feel about DLC a lot of the time, and with microtransactions. DLC, I always say, you know, charge enough to where it feels like it's worth it. Because I don't want to spend like $30 on a season pass, and you're not giving me a lot for that $30. Because I've bought the Ultimate Edition for both Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter 6. Am I proud of what I bought? Well, Omni-Man comes out on the 9th, so I'll see about that. But with Street Fighter, I like the DLC characters. I like Rashid a lot, and I thought Aki, she was cool. She's definitely worth it. But I can't wait to see Ed and Akuma, and that's pretty much where my hype ends. I kind of wish that they had other characters, but I get what they were doing. But yeah, these are my thoughts. Microtransactions when it comes to fighting games, I don't really feel like they have super much of a place unless the fighting game is free. And I bet you're like, what do you mean by that? Brawlhalla, I understand why they charge money, because they're giving you a free Smash Bros. Clone that actually works. What else? Dead or Alive 5, the Light Edition. The Light Edition was free, and then you could buy characters or just buy all of the characters. But the one thing I gotta say is, like, of course, the costumes are always optional. I always say costumes and outfits and cosmetics in fighting games are optional. So I feel like we shouldn't complain about that. That's why I didn't really get on Street Fighter 5 about it, because I'm like, they're optional. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, I'm dying without getting this Chun-Li costume or without getting this Ryu costume of him wearing a different colored shirt. Those are optional. But like, if you're adding characters, like you're giving us a free game and you're letting us try it out, I feel like that's a better business practice than most. So it's like, what can I think of else? There's Brawlhalla. There's going to be the free-to-play game with the League of Legends characters, which we know they're going to have a lot of DLCs and skins for that. But, you know, I feel like microtransactions should not be in fully. If you're paying a full price of $70, some people paying damn near $100 for these collector's editions of these games, I don't feel like microtransactions should be in there. But that's just my thoughts. What are you guys' thoughts on microtransactions in fighting games, and like even in other games that aren't? Because I know that Devil May Cry even had it, but it wasn't like super serious or super needed. But like, again, what are you guys' thoughts on it? I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Write it in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Mortal Kombat and fighting game news and JRPG news. I'll see you guys in the next video. Let your heart be your guiding key. Peace.